Hey guys, welcome back to the series. Last वीडियो में हमने फर्स्ट इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन को डिराइव किया था यूजिंग both the simple way as well as the graphical. In this video we'll be looking at the second equation of motion. Before really starting, I think हम पहली वाली एग्जांपल पे ही जाते हैं जो हमने लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस की थी कि let's say we have a car which is moving with some initial velocity. We said it was, let's say, 10 kilometers per hour, for example. And while this car was actually moving with some initial velocity, there comes a time where it starts to accelerate. And I discussed कि acceleration का मतलब ये है कि it starts to increase its speed for a certain time t. और इस certain time t में जब इसने accelerate किया, and after that it actually reaches another speed which we call as the final speed. अब इसकी speed increase हो गई है. So now it is moving at some different speed which we call as v final. Let's say this is 20 kilometers per hour. The first equation of motion actually dealt with finding out how do we really relate this v final velocity to the acceleration time as well as the initial speed. जिस पे हमने देखा था कि the equations turned out to be vf is equals to vi plus at. That's how we can actually find out what the final speed is. But now we are concerned about कि इस पूरे phase के अंदर when it started moving with initial velocity of 10, accelerated for some time t and reached a final speed, how much distance was covered actually? इस कार ने इस पूरे phase के अंदर कितना distance actually cover किया? So we will be actually calculating what the distance is. Now to find out the distance, or you could call displacement, let's say, since we're talking about velocity, displacement, we know that it is equals to velocity times the time taken. We could call it S is equals to Vt, right? Now, the velocity we know in this whole phase is not constant, right? क्योंकि initially velocity vi थी, फिर उसके बाद जो speed है वो increase हुई और finally वो vf यानी 20 को reach की. We can't really put a single velocity here क्योंकि वो velocity throughout the process same नहीं थी. So what we really do in this regard is that we take an average velocity and then multiply it with time. अब you already know कि एवरेज लेने का क्या तरीका होता है कि हम फाइनल और इनिशियल को ऐड करते हैं and we divide it by 2. So we have vf plus vi divided by 2. We multiply it with time. Now it is actually convenient कि हम vf और vi में से किसी एक को eliminate कर दें in favor of the other. Now we already know from the first equation of motion कि vf is actually equals to vi plus at. So what we can do is कि हम vf की जगह we can replace it with vi plus at, and then we have this plus vi extra divided by 2, and all of this is multiplied with time t. So just doing a simplifications, this vi and this vi actually add up, so we get 2vi plus at divided by 2 multiplied by time. So let's just multiply t throughout the inside, so we get 2vit divided by 2 plus 8t squared divided by 2. This 2 cancels out, so we have vit plus half at squared. Alright, so this is actually the second equation of motion which relates distance to initial velocity, acceleration and time. तो हमारे पास ये जो इक्वेशन है ये एक्चुअली इसको यूज़ करते हुए हम प्रोवाइडेड कि हमें पता हो कि इनिशियल वेलोसिटी क्या है, एक्सेलरेशन क्या है और कितने टाइम के लिए हमने एक्सेलरेट किया था, हम एक्चुअली कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं कि हमने कितना डिस्टेंस कवर किया इस थ्रू आउट इस पूरे प्रोसेस में. तो इसके बाद हम इसको जिस तरह से हमने पहले किया था कि इसको फिर एक ग्राफिकल तरीके से भी इसको डिराइव करने की कोशिश करते हैं। तो लेट्स डिराइव दिस सेकंड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन यूजिंग द ग्राफिकल मेथड। ऑलराइट, सो हम इसको ग्राफिकली जो है इस पूरे फिनोमेना को हमने डिस्क्राइब कर लिया। आई एक्सप्लेन्ड इन द लास्ट वीडियो कि इस ग्राफ का एक्चुअली मतलब क्या है एंड हाउ डू वी रिलेटेड टू द एग्जांपल जो मैंने कार की स्पीडिंग वाली एग्जांपल दी थी कि इट एक्सेलरेट्स एंड देन कम थ्रू द फाइनल स्पीड। So I'll just briefly explain. Okay, since the car starts at time 0 at some initial speed vi, this is that point. और उसके बाद it actually begins to increase its speed. So as the time increases, जैसे कि हमने ये देखा कि horizontal axis जैसे जैसे increase कर रहा है ऐसे ऐसे vertical axis पे speed increase कर रही है। तो what we see is कि इस पूरे टाइम में हम गाड़ी की स्पीड को increase कर रहे हैं and then we reach a point which is we called as the final speed. All right. तो हमारा जो इस पर्पज़ है इस केस में that is to calculate the total displacement covered by the car. All right. So in the previous example we actually talked about how the slope of this line is related to acceleration. Another quantity that we can actually find from this graph actually is the displacement itself. उसमें होता है कि velocity time graph में all of the area that is under the curve, all of the area that is under this curve, this blue region, is actually the displacement or the distance covered by the car. तो हमारा जो पर्पस है इस केस में that is to calculate this shaded region, the area of this shaded region. Now you guys might be wondering why is the area actually the area under this curve is equal to displacement. So that requires I think some knowledge of calculus जिसको आप शायद अगले अपने कुछ क्लास में पढ़ोगे, which is about since the rate change of velocity is the acceleration which is the slope itself. लेकिन अगर हम इसका जो इंटीग्रेशन करते हैं which is one concept in the in maths, so it actually corresponds to the area under the curve जो कि इसको actually वापस ले जाता है towards distance. So anyways what we were trying to do is कि हम इसको इसका एरिया फाइंड करना चाहते हैं इस पूरी शेप का. So we were trying to find area of OABD, this whole shape. हम इसका एरिया कैलकुलेट करना चाहते हैं. So that is going to be the distance the displacement. So S is equals to area of this whole shape which is OABD. Now actually इसको अगर आप देखें तो we have a triangle. This whole shape is actually made of a triangle and a very small rectangle beneath it. So we have a triangle which is A, B, C, and we have a rectangle which is A, C, D, O. That is the rectangle और हमारे पास जो दूसरी शेप है वो ट्राइंगल है. तो हम इसको स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं इनटू टू डिफरेंट शेप्स जिसका हम एरिया कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं. सो वी हैव area of triangle ABC plus we have the area of this rectangle actually which is OACD. Now to calculate the area of these shapes actually हमें पता है कि area of a triangle का formula ये होता है कि we have half the base times the height as well as for the triangle it is simply the base times height. Alright. So in case of the triangle actually हमारे पास जो base है वो ये चीज़ है. Notice that this phase actually describes the total time taken. क्योंकि time was on the horizontal axis, so this phase is actually the time taken. from A to C, it is simply the time that is required to complete it. So हम यहाँ पे इसको simply लिख सकते हैं कि the base is time. उसके बाद what we have is the height of this triangle, and the height is given by CB. Now in the previous video I explained it in a lot detail. So जो CB है, it is actually equals to AT. In case you are wondering कि उसको हमने कैसे calculate किया था, in the previous video we actually used the idea of slope, and using the slope हमने इसको determine किया था कि जो C से D तक का phase है, it is actually equals to AT. So that's why उसको हम उस fact को use करते हुए हमने इसको AT लिखा है. And then we have base times the height, but in this case it is for this rectangle actually. So इस case में भी जो base है, it is the time taken for the whole phase time, and the height is actually this small phase, which is simply equals to vi, क्योंकि इसकी जो height है देखें, it is equal to vi. So we put it at I, and so S is equals to half AT square plus vi t. I should just arrange it in a more usual order, that is VIT plus half AT, which is exactly the equation that we had derived without the graphical method as well. अच्छा, एक और चीज़ ये कि since this distance is covered was for the case of जब हमारे पास एक linear motion में an object is moving with acceleration, लेकिन we can actually write this equation for the case of motion under gravity as well. Under gravity, it's extremely simple. We just need to change a letter. Now you already know that whenever an object is actually falling freely, the acceleration is equals to the acceleration due to gravity, which is small g equals to 9.8 meters per second. So in place of a हम इसको g से replace कर देंगे, VIT plus R GT square. And so this equation actually describes the motion of an object under the influence of a gravity. So for example, हम initial speed से किसी object को ऊपर से नीचे फेंकते हैं इस तरह से, it has some initial speed, let's say vi, so it actually starts accelerating with g. So the distance it would have covered then in that case would be s, which defines that. Anyways, so this was the second equation of motion. I hope it was clear enough. We'll see you guys in the next video, which is the third equation of motion and the final equation.